Okay, puppy dogs have been rambunctiously playing. Would have been out a little bit earlier, but my wife came downstairs and I thought I'd see how she's doing, how she was faring, how she slept, check up on her a little bit. Cool morning this morning. We got 56 or 58 degrees. Mm. I've got some coffee here. I'm getting my day started. Hope you have something to get your day started too. Boy, AI has been blowing up like usual. Watched a video with Lex Freeman and Sam Altman, and been having fun with Claude and uh, Chat GPT. And Claude is actually really, really good. I'm enjoying a lot of discussions with it. Um, Things have gone fairly well. Uh, I thought today I'm going to do a little bit of a deep dive on how AI might impact um, individual jobs. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on three jobs, and this is very personal to me. One of them is my, I'm sorry, all three will be my children. So we're going to talk about what they currently do, and I'm going to talk about how AI might impact them. I will start this discussion, however, with the fact that we have a really hard time knowing the future much beyond, well, even 10 years out is very hard. But having something much further beyond that is extremely hard. One of my games that I used, role-playing games that I played a few years ago was Cyberpunk 2077. And in Cyberpunk 2077, the guy that wrote that did a really good job of extrapolating out into the future some of the technologies that might be available to humans in the future. And he rewrote some of the world and the dynamics of the world. And um, it was very good at making you feel like you were actually in something that was a possibility, excluding one thing. What he didn't, when you're out and about in Cyberpunk 2077, if you want to make a phone call, you needed to use a phone booth. And then people did have these phones that they could have on them, but they were extremely expensive and the monthly contracts were insane. Yeah, that's not what happened. Or what that kind of feels, no, we're not going to have that in the future. But that's just an example. He got a lot of stuff still feels right today, but a lot of stuff doesn't feel right today. So that being a cautionary tale that what I'm about to say is probably wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway. So let's start with my oldest. My daughter is a school teacher. She loves kids, enjoys being with kids. Now, is that something the AI will? Oh, my dog's eating a bug. Pepper, really, Pepper? You need to eat bugs? Daddy gave you a good breakfast. Didn't I, Blue? Yes, I gave you a good breakfast. Um, yeah, but teaching, the biggest change in teaching might be it will become more enjoyable for the students. The number one thing she's told me about her job as a teacher is that uh, she'll have to get some kids going off and doing an assignment while she focuses on a couple of other students. So the AI could provide some more interactive things while she's focusing on anybody that's having problems. So it would allow her to be more pinpoint in helping others. I don't see AI in the next 10 years replacing her job. I don't think humans want the AI to be the primary educator of their children. Now, it may increase the amount of people that do school from home. Oh, homeschooling might become a little more of a thing because it'll become less problematic to give a well-rounded education to your kids if you have them do it at your home, because the AI will be able to give a good curriculum on the home. So there may be a few more home homeschooling. But overall, I think it's going to really help the more kids that may have gotten left behind. AI will help with that. So one of the things that uh, my daughter used to do was well, not used to do, but one of her jobs she did while she was in high school and college was Kumon. Kumon is a program where it was started by a Japanese gentleman who said, school is for the mass. Once you get to 80% of the people understand something, you move on. And sometimes those people that didn't get it have trouble catching up because that was my dog hit the camera. So people have trouble catching up because they missed something, and then especially in things like mathematics, once you missed how to do the one part and they move on to the next part, it becomes even harder to understand what's going on, and it kind of becomes kind of a little avalanche of misunderstanding. So Kumon allowed for very individually paced programs, and I don't know how that will work, but that's a thing that may happen as well, is that the AI will allow someone who's having a little bit of trouble keeping up with everything to have a little bit more time. So that area, I don't see it impacting jobs. I do see it helping with the quality of education. All right, next one. The middle child. He's a pilot. Piloting, already has uh, automated controls, and AI will probably help more and more with those automated controls. Now, would that mean that instead of having two pilots, we have one pilot? That has been suggested by the aviation industry, but nobody feels like that's a good idea. And in the world of trying to not replace humans except where it's highly efficient. That's probably one of the areas, and I'm not just saying that because this is his job. It's probably one of those areas where people are not going to be replaced in the next couple of decades until we get some really strong evidence that the AIs are highly reliable and dependable in critical situations, such as when a several ton aircraft is up in the air several thousand feet. It actually may increase the number of pilots necessary because if the economy, which we all hope will continue to expand, and AI may actually help us expand a little bit more, there may be more flying aircraft, um, more individualized uh, transportation. One of the most disgusting thing about traveling with airlines right now is the fact that you have sorry, I got distracted. I was throwing the dogs a ball. You have a lot of people crammed into a single aircraft when the idea of flying with a lot less people would actually be more enjoyable. There's energy concerns, there's cost concerns, and maybe those could be addressed by AI. We'll find out. But overall, I think that this is another one. Now, my last son manages the warehouse system with the University of Texas. His job could be replaced or consolidated because the AI can definitely help with, you know, uh, funneling in material and funneling it out. However, with him, he is so bright and intelligent. I think he's one of the ones that will probably benefit the most from artificial intelligence because his brain is so good at understanding the constructions of getting things done that he will be good at interacting with them. So he's another one that I'm not too worried about because even though the job area might be impacted by it, I I really think it's another expansion area. My biggest concern really is for the University of Texas. Uh, Universities might be impacted by AI because even the university professors are saying they're not sure how to teach people stuff. How do you, because they always want to teach things with the idea of how things will be 20, 30 years out. And it's hard, like I said earlier, it's hard to figure out what the impact is all this is going to have on how we do our jobs, how we live our lives, and most importantly, how we can contribute going forward. I think that's poor planning on their part because problematic and constructive thinking is something that's adaptable, I think, to all the AI stuff that we see going on. Right, Pepper? Pepper doesn't care about me too much. She likes Baloo a lot. Her and Baloo play. So, and Baloo loves me. Luna loves me. Pepper loves me, but she's a puppy and she's more into play. And I'm not as much into play as Baloo is. and Luna a little bit. So, all right. Well, there you go. Uh, from my perspective, those three jobs, those three areas, I'm not too concerned about AI impacting them negatively. And in fact, especially uh, for all of them, I'm hoping for a very positive impact in the next 10 to 20 years. So I hope your job and what you're doing, you also can see some positive impacts going forward, some opportunities, some better quality of life. Maybe, if anything else, maybe instead of working 40 to 50 hours a week, being able to work a little bit less and do just as much. Uh, tomorrow, I'm thinking about talking about uh, deflation because I do have concerns about deflation and how it might uh, occur under artificial intelligence. And that's probably my biggest concern. So this is optimistic. Tomorrow's going to be a little pessimistic, or at least concerning. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Me and the puppy dog's going to go inside. Right, Baloo? Right, Baloo? Right, Luna? Pepper's like, come play, Blue. I don't care about Grandpa. You just come play. Talk to you guys later.